Okay, so I'm back with an update to best countries for Black travelers to visit. And I always preface these videos with safety is relative. It's all in your perspective. And also you need to be aware of your surroundings. You need to be respectful of cultures. And just don't assume because you're seeing this list that your experience is going to be my experience. These are some of the places that I have enjoyed and that I would recommend visiting. While you're here, be sure to subscribe to this channel for more travel tips and travel hacks to help you travel. My last video that I didn't mention the Caribbean at all because I feel like that's kind of a given. I would say Turks and Caicos. Turks and Caicos was my first international solo trip, and I'm looking forward to going again. I would recommend Jamaica. There are different areas you can go to, and I really enjoyed exploring Dunn's Rivers Fall. You cannot go to Jamaica and not experience the KFC there. Yeah, people complain about, I'm not going out of the country to eat at something I can eat in America, but I'm sure you've seen by now it is not what you think it is. It is definitely different, more like it's good. I would recommend it. While you're here, make sure you subscribe to this channel for more travel tips and travel news and travel hacks. It's free to subscribe and it helps this channel tremendously if you comment and subscribe, and it helps get this channel to other people who want to travel well. So please be sure to subscribe, turn on the bell for all notifications. For the Caribbean, I would also mention the Bahamas. Bahamas at the fish fry, and it's an event that happens every day starting at 3 and the food stops at 8. So I'm going to show you some of the restaurants at the fish fry. It's basically a bunch of restaurants for you to try out local food. So here we have curry shrimp, mac and cheese, mixed vegetables, rice and beans, and I got cracked conch with a salad, trying to be healthy. I am excited to dig into this. Yes. When you go to the Caribbean, it's going to be expensive, so just be prepared for that. That's why sometimes I don't immediately gravitate to the Caribbean, because right now I'm all about trying to get over to the motherland, so experiencing all the countries that are possible to go to. Next up, I'm keeping Colombia on the list. Since my last video, I've done other trips, solo, vacation, and I would definitely recommend going to Colombia. You can go to Medellin and you can go to Cartagena. You can make a multi-city trip out of it, but both cities are nice. Cartagena is more of a kind of warm city, depending on what time of year that you visit. I've always gone in June, but that's prone to rain, but it didn't rain the entire time we were there. I would say if you ever visit, check out when their elections are being held. We went on an election weekend. It was like a Sunday, the last day, and they were closing down the night before a lot of things because there was elections, and you couldn't buy alcohol. So even in the airport at duty free, you couldn't buy it. I think it's every 4 years, similar to the US. Medellin is the city of eternal spring, and it's just a different vibe. But what's good about Medellin is you can go to Guatapé, which is like an hour away, and go to the top of the Guatapé rock. Cuba is a destination that I enjoyed visiting. I enjoyed visiting Havana, and then we went to the beach that's like an hour or so away. Hey guys, it's Kim from Work Hard, Travel Well, and this is Havana, Cuba. There aren't that many chain hotels you can stay in. You would probably most likely need an Airbnb, and it's really kind of, you're disconnected from things, but I still would go back just because it's more accessible to get to now with the more flights that are being offered out of certain airports. Okay, and the next country I would recommend is Kenya. I know I talked about South Africa last time, but I had a chance to visit East Africa and I'm in love. I cannot wait to go back. The great thing about Kenya is there is a safari park within Nairobi. It's really close where you can just fly in and you don't have to get on another plane to go on that safari. And of course, it's a little bit different if you were to go further out. But if you're shorter on time and you have a certain agenda, you can go to Nairobi and experience a safari. They also have Giraffe Manor there. I finally looked into those prices that everyone's paying for the giraffes to look through and eat with you. No, so I just opted for the Giraffe Center. If you want to go further, travel throughout Kenya, there's different beaches you can go to and go to the coast, but we opted to try to get more passport stamps in a short amount of time. So after Nairobi, we went to Dar es Salaam in Tanzania, and that's why I'm recommending Tanzania. I really enjoyed Dar es Salaam. There are things that you need to pay attention to. The culture, their understanding that when you go to Zanzibar, the main part of Zanzibar is called Stone Town, and you need to be respectful as far as what you're wearing walking around there. I made sure that I had on a long dress, nothing from the beach. I cannot wait to get back to Dar. We only were there for a day and a half, and our flight was delayed coming from Kenya, and we flew on Kenya Airways. I have a review on that. It was delayed to the point where we got to the hotel, the sun was coming up. We were supposed to get to Dar at 12 a.m., 1 a.m., and ended up getting there about 6, 7 a.m. So we slept pretty much for half the day and tours got messed up, but I can't wait to get back to Dar. Dar es Salaam is a city you can fly into, and then if you want to continue on to do a safari, you need a tour guide when you're doing safaris. So that's another reason why I went to Nairobi, because a lot of the safaris require you to stay out and at a safari camp. It might take more than one day, so be mindful of that if you're going to do a safari from Tanzania. I would definitely recommend Zanzibar. To get from Dar es Salaam to Zanzibar, we took a high-speed ferry, and once you get into Stone Town, then you can go an additional hour outside of Stone Town to some of the different beaches. North Beach, we stayed at Pongwe Beach, and it's just a relaxing feel to be able to see something so beautiful like the beach in Zanzibar in Africa, because I'd seen beaches in South Africa, but going to East Africa is very nice. And there's beaches in Kenya. You can go to other beaches, but that one was nice to experience. I got to keep Zimbabwe and Zambia on the list for the reasons I talked about in the past, where I went to Victoria Falls, and I'm keeping Ghana on the list. And that's my opinion, and these lists are always subjective. I see some people are like, I appreciate lists like this, and then some people are like, we don't need lists like this. Why can't we just travel or just expect we'll be accepted everywhere? And I think it's good to share my experience as a Black traveler from the U.S. and how it's been when I've visited these different destinations. You can take with it if you want to, whether it just encourages you to travel, just sharing my experiences, what it has been like as a Black traveler traveling from the United States, because people are genuinely curious and have questions. And if I can help provide some information for someone to get the courage to book that trip, I'm all for it. Make sure you check out my other video. Maybe you don't ever want to leave the States, and that's fine. I have some of my experiences in traveling to the U.S. different cities I'd recommend for Black travelers. And be sure to like this video. My name is Kim. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on the bell for notifications for more videos like this and about travel tips and travel hacks. Thanks for watching.